University is in a league of its own. We're all about our people, processes, and technology.
BAY is one of the highly rated universities in Nigeria in terms of product quality standards.
We don't just produce graduates, but groom people into employers of labor.
And it has made us understand that learning is all about three things. We learn, we unlearn, and we relearn.
BAY's University Hospital offers a range of specialized services equipped with the latest technology, manned by a team of trusted professionals. And now, our vision extends beyond our walls with the Baba Ahmed University in Kano following our lead. Join us at BAY's University and invest in your future today.
BAY's University is the institution that you will get the best value for money education in Nigeria.
BAY's University. Learn to live.
Are you ready to be entertained like never before? Get ready to dive into the latest and greatest entertainment news in lifestyle, music, movies, birthday celebration, and so much more, all on Entertainment Circle on Global Television. From the hottest red carpet event to exclusive interviews with your favorite stars, we've got you covered. Stay up to date with the latest trends and news from the entertainment world, all in one place. Tune in every Saturday by 1 p.m. with Chong Animal Joseph on Global Television.
In an ever-busy world, the increasing challenge of keeping track of health matters can be extremely demanding. Follow the latest health tips and trends on Health Guide on Global Television on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Health Guide on Global Television. In an ever-busy world, the increasing challenge of keeping track of health matters can be extremely demanding. Follow the latest health tips and trends on Health Guide on Global Television on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Health Guide on Global Television. Put your health first.
Are you a food lover? Do you care about your health and nutrition? Are you interested in exploring the diverse culinary traditions from around the world? Then look no further. Introducing Lunch Global on Global Television, a show that takes you on a delicious journey through the world of food, nutrition, and diet. So, whether you're a seasoned foodie, a health enthusiast, or simply curious about the world of food, Lunch Global has something for everyone. Tune in Mondays to Fridays and let your taste bud take you on a journey of flavor, culture, and discovery on Lunch Global. Bon appetit! for an insightful idea that takes the center stage and the conversation that gets beyond the headlines to explore the lasting impact of political decisions. Big Talk got you covered. From policy debates to geopolitical insights, from thought-provoking discussions to actionable insight.
What is the real responsibility of government?
Big Talk.
On the Global TV News Express, federal government warns of mass sacking as labeled its own agreement. World Bank expresses doubt over Central Bank of Nigeria's ability to curb inflation through rate hikes. Nigeria records 1,141 cholera cases, 30 deaths in 6 months. On the foreign scene, European Union fines Hungary 200 million euros for breaching asylum laws. In sports, Malaysian footballer attacked with acid vows to play again. Roma ready to pay Atletico's 35 million euros demand for Omorodion. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. I am Anthony Momodu. The federal government has made an appeal to the organized labor to consider the broader economic implications of its push for what the government considers an unrealistic higher national minimum wage. Minister of Information and National Orientation Mohammed Idris handed down the admonition and stated that the 250,000 naira minimum wage demanded by labor could undermine the economy, a situation he said may lead to mass retrenchment of workers and jeopardize the welfare of Nigerians. However, the labor unions have refuted President Bola Tinubu's claims during his Democracy Day broadcast that an agreement had been reached on the new national minimum wage. The Supreme Court has reserved judgment in the suit filed by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi on behalf of the federal government against the 36 state governors of the Federation. The suit is seeking full autonomy for the 774 local governments in the country. In the suit, the federal government wants the Apex Court to enforce the autonomy of the local government, among other things, stopping the state governors from appointing caretaker committees to administer local governments in their states. The national chairman of the Labour Party, Julius Abure, has called for a sustainable democratic system that will grant the participation of all citizens. Abure made the call at a lecture organized by the party as part of activities to mark the nation's Democratic Day. Samuel Odi has details.
Julius Abure stressed that the primary aim of democracy is to secure and protect the lives and properties of citizens of the country.
That security and welfare shall be the principal purpose of governance. Nigerians today are not asking for welfare, secure our lives. And the government cannot provide security.
A public affairs analyst, Professor Sam Amadi, advocated for a total reform of the electoral process to ensure free, fair, and credible election.
The result was annulled, but 2023, a result was annulled through pulling down the IRF. The INEC annulled the 2023 election. Till today, INEC has not provided a justification why the electronic transmission did not work.
To have a sustainable and democratic system, a total reform needs to happen in the electoral system in Nigeria. Samuel Odi reporting for Global Television News.
Clement Jimbo has observed that since the return of democratic rule, Nigeria has witnessed incremental political, social, and economic gains. Speaking during a political program with Global TV, Jimbo, however, noted that despite the gains, Nigeria's democracy is still grappling with other challenges.
And if you look at Nigeria, Nigeria has really matured up to that point, that irrespective of the misunderstanding, whatever that we have experienced in the negative, so to say, in these past 25 years, we've always seen the need to stay on trajectory, to stay on focus, to stay on line, to stay on board, which is the bigger picture, democracy. And we have maintained it. We have maintained it. So Nigeria has really postured that big brother, the giant of Africa.
The Abakar Federal Constituency representatives further said democracy has increased citizen participation and strengthened democratic institutions. Democracy is described as the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. However, how do Nigerians perceive this concept? How do they experience democracy in their daily lives? And what are their hopes and challenges? In commemoration of this year's Democracy Day, Queen Agaba, Global TV's correspondent, took to the streets to gather a wide range of perspectives on the state of democracy in Nigeria.
Democracy is often described as the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. But how do Nigerians perceive this concept? How do they experience democracy in their daily lives? And what are their challenges and hopes? In a country as diverse and vibrant as Nigeria, with over 200 million people and more than 250 ethnic groups, democracy means different things to different people. For some, it represents the freedom to choose their leaders and the promise of a better future. For others, it highlights the need for accountability, transparency, and true representation.
For me, democracy, government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So it's a form of government that everybody is involved in decision-making process, and things are done. And at the end of the day, majority gets to, have their share.
This democracy we are talking about has a part anything in Nigeria, because it's just like the opposite side. Democracy is where we're supposed to have freedom. What we're supposed to experience is just opposite side of it today. That June 12th is Democracy Day in Nigeria. For what? What are we celebrating? And we said Democracy Day.
Democracy has no effect on Nigerians, and I believe they should look at the democracy again, how it was defined, and let us work on it properly to affect the life of Nigerians.
The things we are going through are very terrible for us as a nation. If as a father you cannot take good and proper care of your family financially, you are already in trouble. Now, with the situation on ground, I think there is cause to celebrate in some areas, while we need improvement in the area of financial remuneration.
It's a time of reflection from where we're coming from, because there is nothing to celebrate in this country. Honestly, people are passing through hell. Financially, even to feed is a problem in this country. Some families cannot even feed 2 times in a day. That 2 times you cannot, even if they have the food for 2 times in a day, it is not a good meal that you can write home about. There is nothing good to celebrate in this country.
Nigerians are asking the government to be radical in its approach in the delivery of democratic dividends and to focus on critical sectors that will restore democracy. For Global Television, Queen Agaba reporting.
Zamfara State Dauda Lawal says banditry would become history in his state if he had control of the security outfits in the country. The governor lamented that the state has become the epic center of kidnapping, cattle rustling, and other activities of bandits in the country. Lawal said as a governor, he understands the problem of banditry in his state and how to address the menace. The Kano State Public Complaints and Anti-Corruption Commission has arrested 2 suspects and invited 3 permanent secretaries for questioning over an alleged fraud involving the sale of employment forms in the office of the head of service. The commission's chairman, Muhihi Ribi Gado, said the investigation is ongoing to identify and bring to justice those responsible for the alleged scam. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention, NCDC, has warned the public of the increasing trend of cholera cases across the country as the rainy season intensifies. The center, in a statement signed by its Director General, Dr. Jide Idris, said from January 1st to June 11, 2024, a total of 1,141 suspected and 65 confirmed cases of cholera, with 30 deaths had been reported from 96 local government areas in 30 states. The center noted that the 10 states that contributed to 90 to the burden of the cholera include Bayelsa, Zamfara, Abia, Cross River, Bauchi, Delta, Katsina, Imo, Nasarawa, and Lagos. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has said it intercepted and seized over 207 kilograms of hard drugs between January 2023 and March 2024 across different seaports in the country. Director of Media and Advocacy of the agency, Femi Babafemi, disclosed this in a document. Babafemi said that in the first quarter of 2024, 14 suspects were arrested with 16.96 kilograms of cocaine and 11,632 kilograms of cannabis sativa. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has intensified security measures ahead of the Eid al-Kabir celebration in the Federal Capital Territory. The Federal Capital Territory Commandant of the Corps, Dr. Olushola Odumosu, announced the deployment of 5,112 personnel across the state to safeguard residents and visitors during the festive period. The deployment spans all 6 area councils, the city center, and other crucial locations vulnerable to criminal activities. You're watching News Express coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using at Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. When News Express returns, Nigeria records over 1,000 cholera cases as 30 die in 6 months. These and other stories coming right after this break. Do stay with us.
Are you ready to be entertained like never before? Get ready to dive into the latest and greatest entertainment news in lifestyle, music, movies, birthday celebration, and so much more, all on Entertainment Circle on Global Television. From the hottest red carpet event to exclusive interviews with your favorite stars, we've got you covered. Stay up to date with the latest trends and news from the entertainment world, all in one place. Tune in every Saturday by 1 p.m. with Chong Annabelle Joseph on Global Television.
Hello, children. Gather around, let me tell you a story.
Do you know that stories have a way of captivating the minds of children, bringing fun and imagination to teach them morals? Join Sharon Ajay as she takes you to explore the thrilling and exciting world of storytelling.
I'll be sharing with you our next interesting story.
Tune in every Saturday on Global Television, time 5:30 p.m.
Welcome back. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcast of News Express. Thank you for staying with us. On the foreign scene, the European Union's top court has fined Hungary 200 million euros, an equivalent of $216 million, and imposed a daily 1 million euro penalty for failing to follow the bloc's asylum laws and illegally deporting migrants. The European Court of Justice said the fine and penalty are because authorities in Budapest are deliberately evading compliance with the European Union's laws, despite a 2020 ruling that it must uphold international procedures for asylum seekers. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says he expects important decisions to be made at the G7 summit of leaders from 7 of the world's richest nations. The White House says the G7 has made good progress on a United States plan to use frozen Russian assets to raise $50 billion and 39 million pounds a year for his country. Zelensky, who will attend the summit, is also expected to sign new security deals with Japan and the United States. The G7 nations of Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the UK and US have been important financial and military supporters of Ukraine since Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022. India's foreign ministry has said at least 40 Indians are among 49 people killed in a fire at the residential building in the Kuwaiti city of Mangaf. The fire broke out in the building where dozens of workers stayed. Authorities said many of the casualties are from the southern Indian states of Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Around 50 Indians have also been injured. Argentina's Senate has narrowly approved President Javier Milei's controversial economic reform package, with the vote taking place as violent clashes raged between protesters and riot police outside Congress. Demonstrators in Buenos Aires, who say the measures will hurt millions of Argentines, threw petrol bombs and stones, setting cars alight, with a number of people reported injured. The reforms aimed at reviving the country's fledgling economy include declaring a state of economic emergency, cutting pensions, and watering down labor rights. In business, state governors have called for the refund of state government full equity investment in the $10 billion National Integrated Power Project that are under the management of the Niger Delta Power Holding Company. The governors under their umbrella body, Nigerian Governors Forum, said the federal government should refund an equitable rate of return on their investment in the power plant. They made the demands in a document titled Development of the National Integrated Electricity Policy and Strategic Implementation Plan Policy, recommendations by the state government, which was submitted to the Federal Ministry of Power. And wrapping it up, the World Bank has expressed concerns that the Central Bank of Nigeria's monetary policy tightening may not effectively control inflation. In its global economic prospects reports released, the institution noted that one of the significant risks to Nigeria's economic growth is the failure of these tightening policies to rein in inflation. And that's how we call it a wrap on News Express. I am Anthony Momodu.